School was always a priority outside of the industry just because of the nature of life. She always said, you can make all the money you want, but if you can't read them contracts, it don't matter. Right. So for us, growing up in Jersey, it was rough. We've been around a few spots that were tough. We grew up in Trenton, Hackensack, and Clifton. Oddly enough, Clifton was probably the roughest because
this nigga's from New Jersey. Northern New Jersey. We talking about the trenches. Niggas just fools up there. Niggas are fools up there where he's from. We talking about a special breed of niggas. New Jersey niggas is different. They got bad attitudes and shit. They always mad and shit. There's some good ones, but their disposition is to have a bad attitude. And I'm sure white people in Jersey are like that too, but the niggas, you add the nigga element into that type of personality. So let's see what he says about growing up in Jersey around a bunch of niggas.
School was always a priority outside of the industry.
By the way, this guy's an actor, okay? I just looked him up. Aldis, Hodge, he's an actor. I've never seen him before. Don't know any of his work. He's also a producer. Okay, let's go. I just wanted to set the stage for you guys. Oh, he's from Criminal Minded? Okay. He has a new show out? Okay, so he's on his tour run. He's on his promotional promo.
School was always a priority outside of the industry just because of the nature of life. She always said, you can make all the money you want, but if you can't read them contracts, it don't matter. Right. So for us, growing up in Jersey, it was rough. We've been around a few spots that were tough. We grew up in Trenton, Hackensack, and Clifton. Oddly enough, Clifton was probably the roughest because we actually lived around the KKK out there.
So Clifton, New Jersey was the roughest neighborhood he lived in. Okay. See them other channels, they just gonna let that shit ride. The reason you come here, this nigga might be telling the truth. The roughest neighborhood he lived in Jersey was a white neighborhood. Was it the KKK? We just gonna investigate it. You know what I mean? We gonna investigate it. Okay, so the population of Clifton, New Jersey, 90,000 residents, 41 to 46% white, 39 to 44% Latino, and 8 to 9% Asian. They don't really have a black population. They don't, in their demographics, they don't list a black population. So I'm not sure if they don't even list like 0.1%. It just doesn't have black people. It doesn't have a category for black residents. The median home value is $445,000. Wow. 35.9% of the households hold a bachelor's degree or higher. He said the KKK was chasing his family around out here. Let's see, man. Livability. He said the KKK was chasing his family around, man. It says lower than average crime rate. This could be considered a very safe place to live. So they got an A- crime. The schools are a B-. Okay, yeah. Ain't no niggas there, so of course the schools is pretty good. Let's see if we can find the Clifton, New Jersey murder rate, man. This nigga said he grew up in Clifton, New Jersey has a 1.1 per 100,000 residents. So they have 90,000. So they have a murder a year probably because they have 90,000 residents and they have a 1.1 per 100,000 residents murder rate. That's about a murder a year, right? That's about a murder a year. He said this is the worst neighborhood he grew up in. I mean, he lived in when he was growing up. They had one murder. Yeah, they had one murder last year. 9 rapes and 40 robberies. All right, let's get back to this guy, man. Aldis, what's his name? Aldis, what's your name again, son, man? Aldis, whatever the his name is. He's an actor.
School was always a priority outside of the industry just because of the nature of life. She always said, you can make all the money you want, but if you can't read them contracts, it don't matter. So for us, growing up in Jersey, it was rough. We've been around a few spots that were tough. We grew up in Trenton, Hackensack, and Clifton. Oddly enough, Clifton was probably the roughest because we actually lived around the KKK out there. Jeez. And yeah, we dealt with them on a regular basis. That's why I'm not like surprised by what's happening today. I'm like, guys, the problem has never been fixed because it was never addressed.
Look how happy he is. He's thinking about it. When he thinks about his time in Clifton, he smiles because there was nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened, nigga. Nothing ever happened to you in Clifton. You liar. You lying nigga, man. Nothing ever happened. What the do you talk about you surprised by what's happening today? Ain't nothing happening today, nigga. Ain't nothing happening today. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised by what's happening today. The you mean, nigga? Ain't nothing happening today. You on this show with a bunch of niggas talking shit. How could you smile talking about your time in the safest city he lived in? Trenton, Hackensack. Trenton is very dangerous compared to anywhere else that he talks about he lived at. He don't talk about Trenton. Whew, Jesus Christ. He don't talk about his time in Trenton. Same size city. So we got this is a great thing because he lived in Trenton, right? Trenton is the same population as Clifton. The town where he says the KKK was chasing his family around. Clifton has had one homicide, right? Last year. Trenton, on the other hand, is, a black city, even though Clifton doesn't have any black people, but Trenton has black people. Trenton has black people. And according to their stats, man, they had 20-something murders last year. So you got a all white and Hispanic town with no black people had one murder last year, and a black town, a town with a large black population, had 20-something murders last year. Why do these niggas lie so much, man? Why do these niggas lie so much, man? 23, and they had 23 homicides in 2022, and that was a reduction. Despite improvements in 2022, Trenton continues to be ranked among New Jersey's top 10 most dangerous cities. Wow. Shout out to Roger Wood. He says, for the infotainment. Yeah, man. Shout out, man. We bringing you this, man. We done did like 20 stories already. If you just joined us, we done did like 20 stories already, man. It's wild out here right now, man. Crime is down, but only in the places where Trump sent the National Guard. If there ain't no National Guard, everything's the same. Shout out to Barry B. Barry B once again, man. Barry B supported the channel earlier in the day. We had a very good live stream earlier today, man, about that black teacher that got mowed down by that illegal immigrant in Georgia. I'm sure you guys saw that. Now look at this guy, this actor. So we already know he lived in Trenton growing up, which is one of the most dangerous cities in New Jersey. And New Jersey's got like 100 dangerous cities.
School was always a priority outside of the industry just because of the nature of life. She always said, you can make all the money you want, but if you can't read them contracts, it don't matter. Right. So for us, growing up in Jersey, it was rough. We've been around a few spots that were tough. I mean, we grew up in Trenton, Hackensack, and Clifton. Oddly enough, Clifton was probably the roughest because we actually lived around the KKK out there. And yeah, we dealt with them on a regular basis. That's why I'm not like surprised by what's happening today. I'm like, guys, the problem has never been fixed because it was never addressed. So, yeah, come on.
You can't go past you dealt with the KKK. I need some kind of something with that. What's that mean?
What's that mean? Man, as a kid, I remember we used to put up Christmas lights, but they cut our Christmas lights 3 years in a row, so we just stopped putting them up. They would throw.
Who is they? I'm glad he asked him that. I'm glad he asked for a follow-up. Thank you, brother, for asking for a follow-up, man. That's the least. Make this nigga tell us. Make this nigga they. Who they? They. Give us some names, nigga. Not no they. Because we know if the KKK, if he's 30, he's 30-something, he's 35. Nobody 35 has lived in a world where the KKK attacks you and it's not a news story. Because we go back and we do news stories from the 1880s, in the 1880s, in the 1870s, where it's chronicled when the KKK has a dust up or lynches somebody or does a rally or does a demonstration, public demonstration, burns a cross somewhere. We see articles in the 1930s, the 1910s. So nigga, if you and your family were getting harassed by the KKK, and let's just say he's 35, so he's born in what, 91? So in the late 90s, in the early 2000s, there's a news article about it. There's a news segment about it. Press 1. KKK wasn't just terrorizing a black family in the 90s and in the 2000s, and it ain't no motherfucking news or story about it nowhere. It ain't no mother. He should have said, yeah, we was on the news, man. We was on the news several times, man. Yeah, the NAACP came down to my house. Jesse Jackson, R.I.P. R.I.P. to Jesse Jackson. You know, it is what it is, man. Shout out to Jesse Jackson. It is what it is. He's a man of his times. But R.I.P. to Jesse Jackson. But Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, they came down there, yeah, man, and they, you know, Nation of Islam. Ain't no way in the 1890s the KKK was doing something to a black family and it wasn't chronicled in the newspaper. And it wasn't chronicled by the black activists that, you know, covered that back then. This is all horse this nigga's talking about. This nigga is talking about straight horse. Shout out to my man. He says, I told you that I was going to sell cookies. I'm now deciding to sell crack. Let me know if you need some. I'm good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Don't even, not even, I don't even want, you know, I don't even want to string you along, man. I'm good.
Sack and Clifton. Oddly enough, Clifton was probably the roughest because we actually lived around the KKK out there. Jeez. And yeah, we dealt with them on a regular basis. That's why I'm not like surprised by what's happening today. I'm like, guys, the problem has never been fixed because it was never addressed. So, yeah, come on.
You can't go past you dealt with the KKK. I need some kind of something with that. What's that mean?
What's that mean? Man, as a kid, I remember we used to put up Christmas lights, but they cut our Christmas lights 3 years in a row. So
he repeated the question. Did you catch it? Did you catch it? He repeated the question. Did you read that? And then he rolled back. He rolled back.
Some kind of something with that. What's that mean?
What's that mean? Man, as a kid, I remember we used to put up Christmas lights, but they cut our Christmas lights 3 years in a row, so we just stopped putting them up. They would throw trash on the lawn, and we would have to clean that mess up. I remember they tried to kidnap my mom one time. She had to run through and cut through different buildings to get home. You know,
we riding it. What's up? Where these niggas at? Y'all was some bitches. Y'all niggas was some bitches. I'm shooting everybody right there. I'm shooting everybody right there. Everybody right there gotta get shot. All you niggas gotta get shot. I ain't nothing. I don't care. Don't care. You know this nigga. You ain't tell this nigga. You ain't trying to talk some sense into this nigga. I don't care. You getting shot too. Everybody getting shot. I can't control that nigga. You should have tried to. So this nigga must got brothers because he keeps saying we. So you and your black brothers, you ain't no uncles, no cousins?
Man, as a kid, I remember we used to put up Christmas lights, but they cut our Christmas lights 3 years in a row, so we just stopped putting them up. They would throw trash on the lawn, and we would have to clean that mess up. I remember they tried to kidnap my mom one time. She had to run through and cut through different buildings to get home. You know, in that part of town, it was just like, it was crazy. I remember I was probably like 8 years old when I realized exactly how this country sees me. Because
he ain't here with a bunch of millionaire niggas. All these niggas is millionaires. Every nigga on here is a millionaire and been coddled their whole life. All these niggas been coddled since they was in high school and shit. All these niggas went to the best schools in the country on football scholarships and shit. And you here talking about some, I was 8 years old when I realized how this country sees me. Nigga, shut the up. Shut your mouth, nigga. Shut your Why would you be telling young people that? Why is this your message for young people? It's people that look up to you that are watching this, young black people. And you tell them the sky is falling. And like literally nothing is going on. What's going on? Two white liberals got got themselves killed in Minneapolis. You wasn't even there, nigga, when it happened. So what the fuck you care about it for? What the fuck else is going on, nigga? What the fuck else is going on? What are you talking about, nigga? You niggas are awful, man. I hate you niggas with a passion, man. And I hate you niggas. I ain't gonna lie, man. You niggas are to be hated, man. This nigga a terrible person, man. This nigga's an awful person. That's an awful person to sell this type of bullshit story. And then he ain't even looking nobody in the eye. Look when he tell the story, man. Nigga, ain't nothing happening to y'all, man.
Clean that mess up. I remember they tried to kidnap my mom one time. She had to run through and cut through different buildings to get home. You know, in that part of town, it was just like, it was crazy. I remember I was probably like 8 years old when I realized exactly how this country sees me, because there was this Yugoslavian kid who called me the N-word in school. My mom said, don't start nothing, but something happened, you're gonna finish him. All right, cool. So, called me the N-word. We in the lunch line now. He starts a fight. I'm like, cool, I'm with it. I start winning, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting there, you know, I'm holding my mans up against the wall, keeping them up off me. 3 white lunch ladies beat me down off of that kid. And then they called us cops to school. They want to hem me up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, got me all apprehended, arrested, whatever. They got me.
Who believes this? Who believes this? Who believes this? Who believes any of this?
On the side, they want to expel me, but they don't want to do nothing to this young white brother right here. I'm like, I'm in trouble for defending myself? How does this make sense? I'm 8. I'm a child. What's going on?
Read the comment section, man. Let's read the comment section. Black non-immigrants, now is the perfect time to speak with your children about racism/white supremacy. What it is, who it is, and how it manifests itself throughout all areas of life. Counter its impact. Says he was born in 86, okay. Said Clifton is extremely racist. Hackensack as well. Jersey was nicknamed the Georgia of the North because it was the last northern state to abolish slavery. Jersey has sundown town. Ain't no place in Jersey where a nigga can't go. Ain't a goddamn place in Jersey a nigga can't go and act a fool. There ain't a place in Jersey where a nigga can't go and show his whole ass, and the most is gonna happen is people call the police. Even in those Italian neighborhoods where the mob is, a nigga can go and show his ass. They're just limits. Like, you can show your ass, and they gonna say, hey, you know, take it easy, nigga, and, you know, get the out of here. Beat it, nigga. But I mean, there's no place in Jersey where a nigga can't go and show his ass, let alone just walk down the street. Let alone just walk down the street, minding his business. This one said he must mean Clifton, New Jersey, not Clifton. He said Clinton, New Jersey, not Clifton, because Clifton is not rough by any stretch of the imagination. All these is even 10 years older than me. This one says we grew up in the West Bank and understand this firsthand. This one says to be so naive and ignorant to believe the KKK has ever been inactive, LOL. They have formed a political party that has proposed legislation in the past 10 years. They have also donated to candidates, etc. An ill-informed nonce project, their limited knowledge on, I don't know what the oh, God, man. What's wrong with you niggas, man? Why y'all niggas like this, man? Why y'all like this, man? Support the channel, man. Take the $10 challenge, the $50 challenge, the $30 challenge. Sponsor the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat.